Struggling to carry shopping bags or to open tight jars? Well, you could keep asking others for help, or you could get a grip and watch this video. Hey, it's Gaz and Jack from Be Mobile Physiotherapy, your go-to experts for strength and fitness in those 55 plus. And if you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any tips for strength and fitness.
Now, grip strength is so important for so many of your everyday tasks, whether that's getting out in the garden, maybe opening tight jars like Gaz was just trying to do, carrying the shopping, hobbies like golf or maybe pickleball, but also when you're holding a lead, taking the dog for a walk.
But you can improve it. And honestly, it's not that hard. So in today's video, we're going to show you 3 grip strength exercises, and at the end we have a bonus exercise for you, and it's probably not what you think. The first exercise is the wrist curl, and it's a great exercise for challenging all of these muscles in your forearm here, namely your wrist and finger flexors, which are super important for your grip. So there's a couple of different ways that we can do it, and the first one is in this position here. So sitting down by a table or bench or surface, you're going to have your forearm supported on that surface and then your wrist and your hand extended beyond. We're going to put a weight in your hand there, just across the bridge of your fingers, and we're going to grip it relatively tightly. But the movement itself is to curl that hand, that weight, so that your palm is up facing towards yourself as far as you can, and then slowly lowering it back down. And you can see perhaps, and you'll definitely be able to feel as you do that, that all of these muscles in your forearm here contract, tighten, and you feel a bit of blood in there and a bit of fatigue developing as you go up as far as you can. And then, as I said, importantly, slowly lowering it all the way back down. So that's how you can do it with a dumbbell. But if you don't have one of those handy, and you can just grab yourself a backpack and fill it with some books as well. Again, you're going to put the strap or straps over that bridge of your hand, gripping relatively tightly, and then curling your palm up towards your face, and then slowly lowering it back down. The other way that we can do this, and it's a way which you can challenge both of your forearms and your grip at once, is in standing with a couple of dumbbells or a couple of backpacks. So you're going to stand here, your palms facing your body, and then the movement is just to curl your palms up inwards, and again, you'll feel that contraction in your forearm, and then slowly going back to that starting position. So curling your palms upwards and then slowly going back down. Now, no matter which variation you choose, pick a weight which you can do 3 sets of 15 challenging repetitions.
Right, the second exercise is going to be the bus driver. I love this exercise because it's going to work lots of the muscles in your hand, so your intrinsic hand muscles, but then your forearm flexors and your forearm extensors. Okay, so it's a bit of a full arm and wrist and hand workout. So what you're going to do is grab a book from around the house, okay? We're going to hold our arms out straight, as you can see, like this. And the reason it's called bus drivers is we're going to turn the steering wheel like we're a bus driver. That's kind of why it's called that. But listen, you are going to really start to challenge lots of your extensors, your flexors, and the intrinsic muscles within your hands, as you can see there. We're just doing little movements, so we don't want to do big turns like this, okay? We want to do little grips just like this. And then to make that harder, we need to get a thicker book, a heavier book, or, if you've got bigger hands, you could combine 2 books. And let me tell you, that is tough. So we're working our way around the book like that. Okay. Now, to make that a little easier, you can bring your arms in. So rather than having extended arms, which is also tough on the shoulders, you can bring that weight in a little closer. Now, if you do have a weight plate around the house like this, it's actually really, really handy because it's perfectly round, makes the whole task a little easier. You can do it with a small weight plate like this, or you can pick something a little heavier. And let me tell you, a small increase in the weight really increases the challenge. So I recommend doing any of those versions, 3 lots of 40 seconds to increase both your intrinsic hand strength and your forearm flexor and extensor strength.
Exercise number 3 is the farmer's carry, and it's one of my favorites because not only is it a terrific grip strength exercise, but it also really closely mimics some everyday functional tasks, namely carrying the shopping. So it's super simple as well. All you need is 1 or 2 heavy things, right? So that could be a bit of weight, could be a kettlebell, a dumbbell, a bag full of books, and you want to get a couple of them, okay? So you're going to hold 2 heavy things, 1 in each hand, arms by your side, okay? From there, all you need to do is march, walk on the spot, or you can go for a walk. So you're going to pick out a bit of a racetrack, maybe your hallway, whatever it is. You're going to walk up and down. You're going to challenge yourself for 3 sets of 60 repetitions for as much weight as you can handle. Now, I did say that it was a grip strength exercise, but you'll notice, and you'll notice this if your weight is heavy enough as well, that it's actually going to challenge these muscles in your shoulders, your neck, your traps as well. Okay, so it's really functional in that regard. One more thing. So you might not have 2 perfectly even weights. You might not have 2 kettlebells at home. You might have one that's 8, a dumbbell that's 3. You might have a bag full of books that is an unknown weight. That's okay. Okay, you're shopping, whatever it is, it's not always going to be perfectly even in terms of weight. So if you're a bit lopsided in terms of your weight, that's okay as well. Just means that your trunk muscles are actually going to do a bit of work as well, and it's even more functional. Okay, so remember, 3 sets of 60 seconds at a challenging weight for you.
Okay, our 4th and bonus exercise is the one you didn't expect, and that is the deadlift. This is what it looks like. A great movement that most people think is only working your back, your hamstrings, and your glutes. However, your grip strength is worked really hard in this as well. Because the deadlift uses such big muscles and it's generally a movement where we can move a lot of weight, it means your grip has to work really hard, because that, at the end of the day, is the thing holding on to that weight. A couple of cues for the deadlift. What we want to do from the ground, pick it up, keeping the weight close to our legs, and then as we drop down, we're sticking our bottom back. But the whole time, we're holding on with a nice, strong grip. Okay, you can do that with something like a kettlebell, a barbell, a dumbbell, lots of gym weights there. But you could also do the same thing with a bag filled with heavy books, lifting up just like this. And a nice little tip, if you wanted to challenge your grip a little bit more, you could do a single-sided version with the same amount of weight, and therefore it's kind of doubling the challenge on your grip. So yeah, don't neglect the deadlift, because it is super for your grip strength. You can try doing that for 3 sets of 15 repetitions. Pick 1 or 2 of those exercises and add them into your routine twice weekly, and make sure you build up the challenge over time by increasing the weight.
So that's how you can get a grip and stay independent. Speaking of independence, check out the next video on the screen. We'll give you 6 strength exercises so you can stay strong and self-reliant.